Welcome to JN. My name's Mark Malloy and I'm the Managing Director of JN in New South Wales. We're delighted that you've joined our team and I'm sure you're going to make a strong contribution. We've been around since 1970 and our commitment to quality will ensure that we're around for a long time to come. At business meetings and social events, you represent the business either formally or informally, and the impression you leave behind is part of our brand. I'm very keen that all staff know and live by our brand values. Building and maintaining trusting relationships, being transparent and keeping the lines of communication open. Always working ethically with high moral values. Adding extra value through service, going beyond the norm of expectations to surpass and delight clients, colleagues and industry associates. Striving for excellence, aiming to produce outstanding quality work, surpassing ordinary expectations. Thinking ahead, thinking about what clients are going to need or want before they ask for it, and future-proofing projects. Teamwork, working together towards a common goal, a collaborative effort. And lastly, owning it, taking ownership or responsibility for delivering on commitments, being accountable. I also wanted to mention our engagement surveys, where we check in with the whole team on how we're tracking. One thing that comes across is work-life balance, which is very important to our staff. I'm also interested in hearing from you on how we can make this a positive work environment. We hold regular monthly meets where we discuss company news. I'm delighted you've come to join JN and I look forward to working with you.
Welcome to JN. In front of you is a welcome pack with lots of interesting information and little things to help you on your first day. Please look through your pack and find the orientation and induction checklist. We have already completed the top part with your name, dates, supervisor's name, etc. Please find your pen in the welcome pack, and as we talk through each of the items in the checklist, please tick the completed box. If there are any items you're unsure of, please place a question mark and we will address these at the end of the induction. If we're going too fast for you, please just pause the video or rewind until you are clear on everything. Okay, let's start at the top. I know that the person who showed you in here and our Managing Director would have welcomed you, but let me reiterate that we're super excited to have you start with us today and officially want to welcome you to the team, so you can tick the Welcome Team Member line. Additionally, our Managing Director talked through our vision and values, so that can be ticked off as well. Inside your welcome pack is an induction information kit, including staff photo and phone list, brand overview, organisational chart and SWIMs. Included in your welcome email will be links to our policy and procedure locations, as well as a brief history of JN, department heads and other managers. There is an introduction to the key engineering disciplines at JN and our office locations. We want you to be well informed and to get to know who to go to for assistance at any time.
Hi, my name is Mark Williams and welcome to JN. I'm a structural engineer here at JN, but I also carry out other roles such as managing the JN Sutherland and City offices. I look after the IT needs of our staff, and I also am the JN New South Wales Quality Representative. Synergy is a software program that we use at the core of our business here at JN. Depending on your role, you'll have a specific level of access to Synergy. One aspect of Synergy that we all use is timesheet entry, where we record our billable and non-billable hours. Speaking of hours, your expected hours of work are as outlined in your contract of employment. Back on the topic of timesheet entry, billable hours are the hours that you work directly on a particular project, and non-billable hours include company overheads such as training, seminars, conferences and various types of leave. Your manager will walk you through the use of Synergy and timesheet entry in the coming days.
So you feel comfortable here? Let's just tell you a little bit about us. We're a professional organisation and as such dress professionally, which means for the office, smart tailored pants, Skirts or dresses that reflect a professional organisation with suitable footwear, no thongs. As we are a professional business, you'll be expected to wear appropriate business attire at all times. Jeans are only permitted if they are smart, not faded, frayed or worn looking. If jeans are to be worn, please ensure they are dark denim and you wear a smart shirt with a collar, jacket and smart shoes. Our customers and clients can be unpredictable and may visit your premises, or you may go on site at any time, so we must always maintain our professional appearance. You'll be issued any site-specific clothing. This completes our first section of the orientation and workplace induction checklist. You should have each line ticked in the completed box, and you can now sign off on the first section in the grey box titled Welcome and Overview section. I agree that I have been informed of all of the above information. Please sign. You may have already returned your signed contract of employment. However, if not, please place on the table in front of you, ready for our HR representative to collect. Now, on to the next section. You would have been emailed your copy of the Fair Work Information Statement from Fair Work Australia, so that's another line you can tick. If you have not already, please now add to your pile of documents to return to us your employee details form, your ATO tax file number declaration, and your super fund choice form. Now tick these lines and ensure that the documents are on the table ready for HR to collect. Additionally, if required, we will need to take copies of your driver's licence, white card and any other required licences. So please place these on the table for HR to take a copy and return to you. Finally, when you arrive at your desk, you will find any further equipment we need to give to you. These items, such as security passes and personal protective equipment and any IT items, have been recorded as being issued to you today, and you will be advised in their use and care. Now we have worked through the second section on your orientation and workplace induction checklist. Please ensure all lines are ticked and sign the grey box to the right.
Here at JN, we have a quality management system that we commonly refer to as our QMS. The QMS covers a number of areas, including quality, work health and safety, environmental management, and also human resources and financial administration. The system holds a variety of different documents and relates to the level of quality inherent in our JN processes. I'm going to give you a quick overview of where the documents are stored so that you'll know how to access and use them. The QMS is located on our server and is identified as the Q drive. There are two subfolders accessible to our staff. The first folder is called Document Control Register, which is where the majority of forms are found. And the second is QMS Employee Information, containing minutes of meetings, system communications, and general QMS information. Obviously, quality is important to our business, but another important business focus is the safety of our staff when carrying out work tasks. For this reason, JN have a series of safe work method statements, or what we like to call SWMs, which you will have received as part of your welcome pack. Please ensure that you take an hour to read these, preferably straight after your induction has been completed, because you won't be able to perform your duties on site until the SWMs have been read and acknowledged on your checklist. In addition to the SWMs, I bring your attention to our hazard and risk assessment form, which is found in our QMS and enables our staff to minimise risks when they're attending construction sites. We hold monthly toolbox talks which put together to discuss and notify staff of any changes to QMS, and also to raise issues that may be beneficial to our other staff. This will become clear once you've attended your first toolbox meeting.
Our quality management system includes a number of HR policies outlined in our employee handbook. We will include a link in your welcome email to each of these policies, which you will need to read. Once you have done so, please tick and sign that you agreed to abide by them. All of the JN policies are designed to create a best practice workplace where you can feel safe, free from discrimination and bullying, with clear understanding of organisational parameters regarding leave, drugs and alcohol, company property, privacy and work health safety. In regards to work health and safety, you will also have a responsibility to ensure that you comply with health and safety legislation and our policies and procedures by taking reasonable care that you do not adversely affect your health and safety or that of other people. You need to report all hazards and incidents to your supervisor as soon as practically possible. Finally, I want to draw your attention to our Code of Conduct. This lists over 20 separate points of behaviour expected at JN, where we all conduct ourselves in a professional and courteous manner and observe professional standards of behaviour both inside the workplace and outside the workplace. In fact, wherever you can be perceived as a JN employee. In regards to work health and safety, you also have a responsibility to ensure that you comply with health and safety legislation and our policies and procedures by taking reasonable care that you do not adversely affect your health and safety or that of other people. You need to report all hazards and incidents to your supervisor as soon as practically possible. Finally, I want to draw your attention to our Code of Conduct. This lists over 20 separate points of behaviour expected at JN, where we all conduct ourselves in a professional and courteous manner and observe professional standards of behaviour both inside the workplace and outside the workplace. In fact, wherever you can be perceived as representing JN. In regards to equal employment and anti-discrimination in the workplace, JN takes a very strong stance against any discrimination, vilification, sexual harassment, bullying and victimisation occurring in the workplace. At this point, please pause the video to review a summary of our policy details. A full copy of these policies will be provided in your welcome email so that you can be totally clear around the detail of your rights and responsibilities. If you have any questions regarding these policies, please ask the HR representative at the end of this film.
That completes our QMS and policy section. Please ensure you have ticked all boxes and signed off in the grey box. Now, onto some general information. If you're a new permanent employee, you're currently on probation, the duration of which is outlined in your contract. This means that during this period, we'll be assessing your suitability for the role you've been employed for. During the probationary period, you should take the opportunity to ask questions and learn all about your new role and what is required of you. Your best mentor or buddy while you are learning will be your direct manager. However, if you're having any problems or need to discuss any issues, feel free to come and talk to HR at any time. For permanent employees, information about annual leave, as per the law, can also be found in your contract of employment. We also have a leave policy that gives you further information, such as how we need a minimum of 4 weeks' notice prior to the commencement of any leave, and how annual leave cannot be taken unless the appropriate leave application is submitted and authorised by your manager. Although casual staff do not accrue annual leave, we do ask for consideration to make sure you are fully available when requested. We also have a shutdown over the Christmas period where employees are required to take annual leave or leave without pay if you do not have annual leave accrued. The dates are advised to you at least 2 months prior each year. That's another one to tick off. Hopefully you're ticking the boxes off as we go along. In addition to our QMS and employee handbook, we have some standard office manuals that dictate standard procedures that need to be adhered to by the operations team. If you're working in this area, you will be shown these or any standard office manuals for the area you work in. Furthermore, each discipline has their own set of discipline manuals that have been created over time with best practice procedures and information on specific discipline tasks. Your direct supervisor will be able to assist you to locate these, and you should seek them out to assist you while you are learning your role. That completes our general information section, so you can simply tick all the boxes and sign in the grey box at the end of the section. Any questions can be directed to the person who is inducting you today after this film. We have already talked about our WHS policy and your responsibilities for WHS, so you can just tick the next boxes unless you have any questions. On your tour of the workplace, you will be advised of the location of the notice boards and relevant WHS signs, so the next line can be ticked off. You have already been shown the location of our QMS system, which includes our employee handbook, and we have discussed the discipline manuals held by each discipline. We have very strong WHS manuals and safe work procedures, or SWIMs, which can be located as part of the QMS system. Before ticking this item off, please refer to your welcome email on how to locate this information and read through each of the SWIMs. If you have any questions about any of the information contained within, please discuss with your manager. Once you are comfortable you understand these documents, go ahead and tick the items off. In regards to consultation mechanism and issue resolution, We talk about WHS at all our meetings and Toolbox Talks, which is an open forum to bring up any WHS issues you have identified. Additionally, you have a number of people you can bring any issue to, including your manager, HR, and the managing director. Consultation and issue resolution is at the forefront of the JNWHS strategy. This is a safe workplace and we invite your consultation in regards to any apparent issues. In the event of an injury or hazard identification, please report this as soon as possible to your manager, HR, or the nearest supervisor. Please also refer to the WHS manual for further details if required. An emergency is an unplanned event or series of events which arises internally or from an external source and has the potential to harm others and requires an immediate response. For emergency assistance, in the first instance, 000 should be used for emergency calls from any telephone. Your workplace has a chief warden and this person will be introduced to you in the walk around the office. In an emergency, it's important that you follow the directions of the building or office warden. You should raise the alarm if not already raised and proceed to the designated meeting point. That concludes our general WHS section. All the boxes should now be ticked and you can sign in the grey box at the end of the section.
So that's it for our induction film. Your head is probably swimming with all the new facts and so much information. Don't worry, it will all fall into a place as soon as you start work. You should have been able to complete your induction checklist up to the point of the tour of workplace and site-specific items. Next, you'll be shown the location of the closest first aid kits, advised as to the assembly point for this workplace in an event of evacuation, shown where all the amenities are, fire escapes, exits, and anything else you need to know. You may spend some time with different team members or completing a number of training webinars. Everything we do here is designed to make your start here as easy and as relaxed as possible. We're a great place to work with a great culture and we are excited to have you as part of our team. When you are ready, stop this film and pop to reception to find your HR representative who will come back, collect your documents and answer any further questions. Welcome to the JN team.